Hello, everyone, and welcome to a mini-series called The Crystal Crater. I am Val, and I will be your host for this adventure. Joining me for this game, we have Olivia, Hannah, Joe, Eyan, and Monty, who will explain their characters later. But for now, this story takes place in the world of Neo Gia, that some of you may remember from our Time After Time series. But if you don't, that's okay. Because the series of events that happened in Season 1 of this miniseries are actually not known throughout the world. They are kept secrets. The only thing that is known is that there was an attempt on the city itself that was foiled by a group of mighty adventurers who at the time was known as the Gentle Shroud Guild. May have changed their name as of recently. We will get into that later. But as the years went on from Season 1, from the events of the election and the events of Time After Time, the guild itself has changed. As years went on and some of its older members, Topar, have retired, more or less. R.I.P. Topar. As the years also went by, another member, Junebug, had to take an early leave. Retirement or not, we are unsure, but had to take a leave as his mother fell ill to a very rare case of infernal fever. So, may or may not be around, but he will not be joining us for this adventure. As the guild lost two of its members and became not as strong as they used to be, they sent out word that they were looking for new adventurers, new guild members, maybe new friends. Many people came and applied for this job, but only a few were able to actually get in. Through displays of their strength and their cunning, 3 new members joined the guild. As we wake up today, in New Olympus, the same city as last time. A beautiful floating city that has reached technological advances even throughout these years and has kept most of its technological advances that it had prior to the cataclysmic event that had happened many, many years ago. In this city, now, in a different district, we see a beautiful 3-story manor set out in one of the higher, not the most expensive districts, but one of the higher, more well taken care of districts. As we zoom into this manor, we go into the second floor where the rooms are. Now, who would like to introduce themselves first? I want you to tell us what your character would look like as they wake up in the morning, and maybe a little bit about what your room looks like. As in this case, you do have your own rooms, which wasn't the case in Season 1, but you guys got a big upgrade since then.
Let's go.
So who would like to go first? Or I could roll a dice if you guys want me to.
I can go first.
Awesome.
Yeah, so Elliot definitely, by this point, after all the events, has cut off their hair. A lot shorter, not like fully bald or anything like that. And just kind of like waking up, just very like loungewear, basic clothing, nothing too crazy. And I would say that their room probably resembles a bit of like Topar's shop, just a little bit. Maybe trying to like keep some little knickknacks and things like that around, but for the most part, it's pretty basic. Do I? I do have Druidcraft. So yeah, so there'll probably be like bits and pieces of it that have kind of been created through like little plants and stuff and kind of grown out of the walls and shells and things like that, just to give it a little bit more of like a naturistic feel to it. Yeah, that would be Elliot's abode.
And what is the first thing you do? As this is like very early in the morning. You've maybe been awake for a few minutes at most.
I'd probably just head down to the like dining hall, wherever it is that we eat in the manor.
Okay.
And probably grab some. Do we have? I would assume we would have coffee. I'd probably grab some coffee.
Yeah. You go down. You see Rolf, your sponsor and basically the founder of the guild itself, but he is more of a caretaker of the manor at this point, as in his older age. The short golden mohawk and cyan eyes that you're used to seeing every morning. He's already awake, already fixing breakfast.
Rocking a mohawk. Hell yeah.
Yeah. Beautiful golden mohawk. It's not his natural hair color. You can see it like graying.
Okay.
But like he definitely keeps dyeing it a very bright gold.
Gotcha. Yeah, I gotta get like nasally. There we go. Good morning, Rolf. How are you doing this morning?
Oh, I'm doing good, Elliot. How are you doing today?
I'm a little tired. Has anything been going like above table? Has anything been going on lately? Like, or have we just been chilling at the manor?
You've mostly been chilling, I guess, for the past couple weeks or months. You will take not a lot of stuff usually happens, especially like in the city itself. Most of the stuff that does happen is taken care of by the guards or the police force in the city itself. But you guys are called upon maybe every couple months to take care of something that is out of their control. But as of right now, you don't really have anything going on.
Yeah, just been kind of laying around the place, waiting for literally anything to happen. But yeah, are you making breakfast this morning?
Oh yes, like always.
Oh, describe everything on the menu in vigorous detail.
As he goes on to tell you what's on the menu today, who wants to introduce themselves next?
I guess I can go.
Yeah, hell yeah.
So, Abel is a 6'6" robot. He is about medium stature. He was built as a soldier, so he is somewhat large in stature. He's not huge, but he's got a fighting build, and he has two, glowing yellow eyes into his skull, and most of his body is kind of a gray kind of, I guess, kind of charcoaly metallic color. And he wears a suit of armor. He is an artificer, so his gear is all infused and inlaid with his own magic. So his armor is dotted with various magical runes and lines, and in between the plates of the armor you see small little bits of mist and magical glow coming out of them. He doesn't sleep since he's a robot. He is awake all hours of the day, although for around 6 to 8 hours at night, he will go into a dormant state where he spends his time taking in magical energy from the weave around him to power him through the next day. And so as he gets up from his sleep, quote unquote, he immediately gets to working on whatever enchantments for gear he's working on. He's always looking to improve his magical skills, and as he spends a couple hours on that, he then gets up out of bed and immediately goes to his combat training. He is never sitting still, and he's always trying to improve himself.
As your room is kind of like based out just for your training.
Oh
just
yes,
like...
I forgot his room. The one thing he asked for when he initially showed up is that he has a forge in his room. So he is based in the basement, and there was a full-on forge that was installed in his bedroom. So he wakes up and immediately goes to forging. He doesn't have a bed. He doesn't need one. So his room is basically like a magical forge. So he's got a forge in the center of the room. He's got anvils, smithing tables, workstation, all kinds of whatever tools he needs.
Nice. To go about your daily training, combat training, we go back up to the second floor. Who would like to go next?
I can go next. Just like before. Eeyrii is like a light blue Air Genasi. But whereas in the past she was wearing like full kind of like a coat with like long sleeves and kind of like armor, chest plate, and like long pants, she now has like a sleeveless jacket with a more intricate metal chest plate and these metal bands on her arms. And on her left arm, she now has a teal and blue dragon tattoo in honor of Grandpa. Yeah, and her room is probably on the top floor, with a nice big window to look at the moon at night and just kind of enjoy the fresh air, above the city that's much like cleaner than down below. And it's covered in paintings or photographs of, there's Grandpa, and there's Junebug, and Elliot, and all of us, and Ewan's in one of them, even though he probably didn't want to take a picture, and photos of, like, my siblings and my nieces and nephews, mostly. And my bed, I imagine, is kind of suspended above the ground, in a sense, like, kind of up in the air, a little floating bed, or attached with, like, a harness somehow. Just nice up and in the air. And just the most dramatic morning robe. Because, I don't know, fun clothing has helped fill a void that some friends left.
And what are you doing at the first couple minutes of the morning?
Probably just opening up the big window in my room and enjoying the fresh air. Taking out my journal and just journaling about my dreams that I had, and just reading a book and just kind of enjoying myself before I realize, oh, I'm hungry, I should probably go eat something.
Yeah, a couple minutes pass by, so you finish doing that, you go downstairs. You're meted as well with Rolf finishing off what was on the menu to Elliot. So what would you like to eat then, out of everything I've mentioned?
I think I'll just go with the waffles. I think that sounds nice. Maybe some scrambled eggs on the side. Good morning, Eeyrii.
Elliot, hi Rolf. How are you guys doing?
Good.
Yeah. Any of the newbies been down or up, I guess, yet today?
Not that I see. I just got down here and Rolf was just telling me everything that was on the menu, and That's about it.
Oh, do tell. What's on the menu?
Yeah, I couldn't really remember. I might change my answer.
Ezreal takes a deep sigh. He says, "You know what? Just so I don't have to repeat myself again, I'm gonna go get everyone else and tell you all together." And he starts kind of hobbling up the stairs. Mind you, he is older, but even as he hobbles, let me see something. Let me check something. Hold on.
Let's say, should we get like a Stairmaster or something for him?
Is the Stairmaster the thing that goes up the steps, or is that the thing where you walk on the steps?
Yes.
I think that's a walk on the
exercise
steps.
machine.
Yeah,
Oh, shit.
exercise machine.
I just decided to torture him, I guess.
We're torturing all people now.
Yeah,
It's good for him in the end.
Exactly. It's built strength.
You know this because you've known Rolf for a couple years now, but also because you have a really high passive insight. Even with his age, and as much as he fakes being like old and a little decrepit, he is actually still pretty agile. He just likes to milk it.
This guy.
So he kind of forgets at one point, and you see him just kind of almost skip up the steps.
I saw that.
Hobbling. It was an adventure in his time. But as he goes up the stairs, whose door does he knock on? Remaining two.
I did not see that.
This guy. This guy's door.
How's it going, everybody?
So, I don't know how to start this. Let's say Mina's room is on the first floor. She discovered within her more recent time in the city, she's a little bit afraid of high-story buildings. Not the first floor. I meant you know what I mean. Right up the stairs.
Mm-hmm.
So, Mina, is a bubblegum pink tiefling with pink hair and these yellow horns that kind of go back around her head, and then she has like yellow, like demonic eyes. So instead of white, like you have whites of your eyes, they're black. And she, like, even though she's been in the city for a while now, she's still, like, the only really comforts she has from home are her clothes. So her clothes are kind of like wrapped in different bits and cloths and fabrics. She likes to make her own clothes. That's the way she was raised, to be very resourceful. So she has these like brown patchy work like pants, and a little leather little top, and then she has like some more protective pieces. And she loves her bright accessories. So she has little feather earrings, and the feathers are from like animals. Like she just picked them up off the ground, and so she has matching little brightly colored feather earrings. Her room, she never had a room really. She shared a room. She never really had her own room, but then she has it now. She loves to draw things on the walls like a madman. So she has a bunch of different painted pictures of different plants and animals that are like poisonous. That's her special interest. She really loves poisonous things. And they're just kind of, they're on the ceiling, they're on the walls, they're on the floor, they're all over the place. And she kind of sleeps just on like a pile of pillows on the floor. She hasn't really gotten used to having a bed yet.
As you're kind of just like laying there on your pillows, you hear a knock on your door. Just a light.
Come in.
Oh, you hear the door just kind of like jiggle a little, and he doesn't peek in. He just kind of opens it enough so his voice can reach in. Miss Mina, we're gonna have breakfast soon. If you would like to join us.
Oh yeah, what's on the menu?
Well, I will tell you along with everyone else downstairs, because everyone is asking that
okay.
question today, apparently.
Got it. I'll be down very shortly.
Good. Okay, because I still have to get Bet. Oh boy. I'm glad I brought my cane. And you see him kind of walk over to like the... Where would Bet's room be, actually?
It would probably be one of the last rooms, because he doesn't like being near people.
Alright. He walks all the way to the last hallway, to the end of the hallway, sorry, in the back corner of the manor. And he kind of just grabs his cane and knocks on the door with his cane from a very far and safe distance. What are you doing, Bets?
So, looking into the room, it's almost completely barren. There might be a couple pieces of stone furniture, maybe a small stone table and a stone chair. Other than that, if there was wood flooring or wood siding, it's burnt to a crisp, basically. But one thing that is structurally sound is a chimney in the corner of the room, which is where we find Bet, the halfling figure with just his pants on, bandoliers going over his body, these large ass bracers on his arms, a perfectly charcoal black mask over his face that is then covered by a deer headdress. He's just kind of sitting there with the fire going. Oh, is it time for breakfast? Rips his maul out of the table, just opens the door. Is it the same as always?
Same as always, yes.
Then
Mr.
fuck
Betts.
off.
That's why I stay a safe distance. And he starts walking back into, back downstairs.
I climb out the window, go all the way around the house, and get back to the table before he does.
Just for fun, give me an acrobatics check. Because you
Natural
are
20
technically on
for
the
a
second
23.
floor. Yeah, easy enough. Like, almost like a ghost. You, with no sound, just jump out the window, run around, because you were technically in the back end, but you're fast, so you just run around into the door, hop on your specific, at this point, chair made out of stone. And as he gets back, he's like, he just sees you, sighs, and goes about, because he's probably used to it at this point. Goes about, tells everyone what's on the menu, and you can choose from a very vast menu, as his cooking skills at this point have improved greatly.
Steak pancakes for me.
Oh God.
Jesus Christ, that sounds disgusting.
Is that steak with pancakes, or are the pancake steak?
Like a blueberry pancake, but for steak.
Oh, very
Disgusting.
cool. Very cool.
Hmm.
I gotta go throw up on not correlated, but I gotta go throw up real quick.
Absolutely disgusting. But
A little A1 sauce on there.
Like
Who
medium
needs
rare.
Yeah,
syrup?
you-
It's too
you-
sweet.
yeah, you don't know if you put A1 sauce or syrup on it. It's either or. Just depends
Why
on the
not
mood.
mix it?
Yeah.
Why not both?
It's just congealed at this point.
Stop.
Ew.
Stop.
After every bite, he has to like restart his heart just because his arteries are clogged.
Oh fuck.
No.
So much fucking meat.
I just
Anyway,
burn off all the calories.
Oh, this guy.
that's a joke.
It is a very funny joke if you get it.
Because he's on fire, you see. I think.
one of those
No.
fire halflings.
Yeah.
Lit.
It's lit. As you guys are going about your day, eating breakfast, somewhere around in the middle of the day, you're all in your rooms or doing whatever you do. But as you are kind of just hanging out because you don't really have much going on at the moment, You all hear a very low, silky
That's cheating,
voice
Elliot.
in your heads at the same time.
Shut up.
Oh yeah, because he has wings.
I wasn't using go. Don't look. Ah.
But you all hear a very low, like silky voice in your heads say, "Guild, it is I, the mayor. I know usually I sent someone for you, but this is a bit urgent. If you guys could please come into my office as soon as possible."
Just. Ugh.
You all
Okay.
hear the message, by the way, at
Okay,
the
cool.
same time.
I immediately stop what I'm doing and sprint to the office at my maximum velocity.
Yeah, I like to think they're just like in my room, just like reading a book or something, and just hear just like doof 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 doof, like through the house.
Yeah, you probably hear those footsteps as I'm gonna throw a chair at the obvious gong that we have at the end of our dining table.
Oh, of course. Why wouldn't we?
Why wouldn't we have a gun?
We're rich.
The mansion
All rich people
gong.
have guns.
Of course.
Yeah. The work gong. A job time.
This is our.
I like
red-
that, actually.
Yeah, this is our red phone from Powerpuff Girls.
Basically, yeah. That's perfect. I love that, actually.
To the mayor's office.
So you guys go out the manor. Where your new manor is actually pretty close to what is City Hall. As before, it was like maybe a 20-30 minute walk. Now it's just like almost like basically being neighbors with the mayor.
No wonder
You
I
guys
live in the
make your
farthest away
way.
room. Fuck.
Yeah. You guys go out and make your way into City Hall. You guys are immediately greeted. They already know. They know you guys. They let you guys go on right through. And you see in the office that you know where the mayor is, you see Zarnar Ambergrove,
Oh, boy.
the new mayor that was elected last time.
That's a weird way to say
The-
Junebug, but okay.
Boy, what the hell? What was that name again?
Can you spell that?
Zarnar? Yeah.
Zarnar.
Z-A-R-E-N.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
A-R.
D, huh?
Z-A-R-E-N-A-R.
Okay.
Jarnar.
Zarnar.
Arinar. Clear.
Claire.
Oh no.
Joe, this is your moment. Do your Australian.
And then
Yeah.
last name unavailable.
Ambergrove is his last name.
That's easier. to
That's easy.
Half-orc, mid-40s, early 50s, blue eyes, semi-long black
Trust
hair
fund.
that only has it pulled back in like a tight ponytail. You see him wearing a navy blue suit and white undershirt.
You're
Next to him,
describing Damocles to a T, and I kind of love it.
Triple J.
Triple D, Rip King.
Next to him, you see Ewan,
Honors.
the androgynous copper skin half elf that you all know to be the guard captain. Hair in a buzz cut, almost completely shaved. Their ears, you see the pierced earrings that start at the top and loop down and attach to the bottom of the ear. You see left arm, her whole sleeve is tatted with these very mysterious shapes and runes. They're currently not wearing their full armor, so they're just in a chainmail shirt. As you walk in, Zarnar, thank you guys for coming on such short notice. I appreciate your expediency. I have some, if you wish to take, you don't necessarily have to. I never expect you guys to say yes to these missions. What is that?
Then nothing.
Don't worry. Ian,
Just-
Ian watches the Discord very closely and it makes me laugh.
Just keep going.
If if you guys wish to take this mission, I guess you could call it, that I have, don't necessarily ever expect you guys to say yes, but it would mean a lot.
You have my axe.
As I have. Right. Okay.
I was just gonna say, can you give us like any detail of what
Yes,
this
I was gonna get into that.
Okay.
We don't have to do this every time, but you don't have to place your axe down every time.
I don't know you.
Abel is
Okay.
Abel is like shaking. He's like bouncing up and down, like waiting for the information. He's ready. He's ready to go.
Recently, since the most recent attack on the city, we have been more in contact with the other flying cities around the globe. Recently, there has been some very strange and strong magical activity near what is known as the Crystal Crater. Do you guys know the origin, or should I go into detail about that?
I just saw a title screen go across. It was really weird.
Why don't you just why don't you go ahead and tell us what it is to see if we know what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Where's the horse that we have to kill?
Oh,
Yeah,
well,
you
Yeah.
said the mayor is calling or something.
No,
There's a 5-year joke.
no.
Wow.
That's a 7-year joke.
Fuck, that was good.
Yeah.
It's my turn.
Anyway. Yeah. Oh. Elliot and Eeyrii, you know, because of the previous season one, you know a little bit of the history of the Crystal Crater.
Mhm.
But if anyone wants to give me a history check, you two would have advantage of anyone else. Just a normal history check to see if you guys know any idea what that is.
19 for a 20 total.
So-
Damn, okay.
I'm on
13.
fire right now as a barbarian.
You
Now I know
are.
what class you are.
Can I roll 2?
Yeah, everyone.
Yeah.
I
okay.
wasn't there. I wasn't. I don't
10.
know.
No, 10. Okay.
Just waiting
That's
for
it,
that
just that.
information.
Eeyrii, did you roll?
I dropped my dice. I was like, what am I gonna roll? And it went into the darkness around me.
That's valid.
15 flat.
15. Okay. Funny enough.
Oh wait, did I get an
that-
advantage? Hold on.
Yes, you do. Because you heard about
17
it a little bit. There you go. Okay. So you remember a little bit of the story that was told to you in confidence last time about a certain time-traveling wizard that came into the future, and due to that caused a massive ripple effect. Where he appeared, due to the strong amounts of magic that was needed to travel so far into the future, where he appeared when he went back to his time is what is now known as the Crystal Crater, a massive magical crater that after it wasn't crystal instantly, but after years passed, it kind of crystallized around that area where he appeared. Funny enough, Bet, with the time you spent on the surface, you would have heard stories of the Crystal Crater. Most of the time, there are a number of monsters and beasts that surround the area, but you've never heard of anything. You know, kind of, not necessarily the history of how it happened or why it happened. You do know about the topography, and just kind of like you may have passed through there or near there once or maybe twice in your life, but it does ring a bell. You are aware, and you do kind of know a little bit just through stories that are told in the surface of kind of why that exists and why so many monsters would be drawn to it.
Alright, the Crystal Crater. set the scene for you.
Oh boy.
Wizard does
Hey.
something. Go home. You know when you drop a rock in water and it makes a ripple? He did that, but with the land. Kind of crazy. Made like a dent, but it wasn't bad at first and became bad. Monsters really liked the location, according to what my grandparents would tell me, because I've never been on the surface. Something about the tapioca being strange, and my bell got rang, but I don't remember much else besides that.
Okay.
No.
No notes.
No. Not the tapioca.
I have a +1 intelligence, but it doesn't feel like it.
It's more than me.
Yeah,
It's more than me too.
I have been in this city my whole life.
You see Zaranar look a little impressed.
My grandparents were very smart.
Yeah, Abel is just like nodding, like he totally gets it, but he definitely doesn't get it. He has no idea what
I'll
you're
write
talking
the
about, but he's
biography
acting
of it
like he
later.
knows.
But the issue here is that recently it's been acting up. It's been acting strange. Surges of magical energy have been coming through it, out of it. We're not entirely sure. Nothing like this has ever been documented before. We sent a couple scouts out recently. It was a unified mission with the other cities, which is why I hadn't called you earlier. But our other scouts have yet to return, and we're a bit worried.
Period.
So, I was wondering if you would be willing to go and check it out. We do have a base that is near the crystal crater itself. That would get you guys as close as we possibly can. You don't have to raise your hand, Mina. Yes?
Okay, I like raising my hand. So I have a question. So the crystals, are they scarlet or violet?
From what we know, they're kind of a multicolored crystals.
Interesting. Interesting choice.
Got a Pokemon walk around these multicolored crystals.
Say Pokemon.
Yeah. The exact same name they used in a video game I played once.
What's a video game?
Video game.
Oh boy!
I am one of those.
You play them on Abel. It's like BMO. He has a BMO screen.
Oh my god.
His
Oh,
eyes
this
are
is gonna be fun.
projections.
That go crazy.
No, it's not canon. Sorry, no.
All five of us just play Smash Bros.
I have a
We
question.
are in it. This is
I'll-
advanced technology, but it's not that advanced.
I'll
Yes.
work on it.
Here.
I'll hop in the lab.
Do I
Let them cook.
so like last time I had
Mhm.
2 cool items. Would I still potentially have them? One I technically stole from people, but I'm just curious.
Yes, I looked at your character sheet. Yes, you do still have both of those.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm like, if you guys are willing to help transport us there and like pay us, like, pay for somewhere for us to stay, I'm always down. I mean, you know me and Elliot, and we're good for a good time.
I thought we were just gonna stay. They said they had a base down there. I figured we would just stay there.
But is it free accommodations? I don't feel like paying.
Well, I would. I don't think you could just stay on like a military. Like I feel like it's like a military base. Like, so we stay like at a like. What kind of base is this? Is this like a
Is it camp? Are we getting
like,
tents,
like
rooms?
like an inn? Is there? We have what?
You will be allowed to stay in there as long as you wish. I myself have not seen the base. It was kind of just recently prognitant due to the recent activity.
What was that
Okay.
word? Prognitant?
Prognitive?
Primed? I don't know what word I was trying to say. Like,
Oh, I was gonna say. I was like, we love
Posted.
thesaurus.com, but
I lost my I know the word, but then I like forgot it halfway through it.
I have a
What do you call
question,
it?
Mr. Mayor.
Placed?
Where's the horse?
What?
What horse? What the hell are we talking about?
Are there
The
any?
mayor.
Are there any vaccines we need if we've never been to the surface and it's our first time going?
I'm like from the surface.
Oh, I know you are. I've never been, and I think
I
our one
did.
friend also has never
I
been.
didn't
I don't
get any
know.
I didn't need a vaccine.
See, like when I went over to that one city, three cities away, you know, the one that way, they made
Wow.
me take like 3 injections, but they did it on my butt cheek, and I didn't appreciate that. Couldn't sit for a while, but sometimes you gotta do. I don't know. It's all bureaucracy and stuff like that. Just following
It
the
sounds
rules.
like steroids.
Yeah, I was really raging after that. Honestly, there might have been just like drug peddlers. I might have. Wait a minute.
What's some crazy lore just
Teleported
dropped?
into the wrong room, yeah.
Eeyrii became a fucking drug
Oh.
mule.
Canonically, yeah. Jesus Christ.
Hidden in my boots.
Yeah. Alright, so I assume you just want us to go down here to investigate, I presume.
Yes.
What do
And
we
you shouldn't need anything special for it, but if there's anything you would need from me, be it equipment or anything of the sort.
Money, potions. Money for potions, potions for money.
I don't know if money will be very useful. I'm not entirely sure how the economics work down there, but
Well, there's tons of kinds of currency. Sometimes body language can be a currency, you know.
Anyways, do we have I have some potions. Elliot's just like I'm learning a lot about Eeyrii and it's scaring Elliot.
It's been a long 5 years for Eeyrii, bro.
There's been for it, honestly.
What is for the Best Friends Club? What do we think?
Are we keeping that name?
We haven't
Are we
discussed
best
anything
friends?
else, so I assume so.
Oh,
It's been a year and a half and it hasn't changed. So,
The Shrouded Friends Guild. Keep little the old, little the new.
I'm fine with. I'm literally fine with anything. I just want to know what you guys are thinking.
I'm down to clown.
I want some shiny rocks. That's what I'm thinking.
Able bet any.
Nothing.
oh, I'm ready to go.
Okay.
Send me in. I'll kill
I'm
it.
just waiting for you guys. Come on.
Abel, quick question. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, you're good.
Were you made in a factory around here owned by a man by any chance?
You can't
I don't
ask
know.
him that.
Listen, I had an old boyfriend.
I mean, it wasn't recent. if
He
that's what
ran
you
a
wanna know.
robot factory. I don't know, so I'm trying to, it's like,
No,
I think something was.
I was born a long time ago.
you were born?
Well, I don't know. I just woke up.
That is what it feels like, so, yes.
Are any of us ever bored? Think about it.
Some people are just removed.
C-sections.
Yeah.
you would
We're
just
ready to
like
go.
your-
We're ready to
your
go.
throat. Yeah.
We are ready to go.
You all hear urine clear their throat.
Sorry.
Well, if you guys are ready, I will show you to the teleportations room, I guess.
Question. Being that in my backstory that I am from the surface, would I know of anything that we should have that might be important?
Aside from your basic supplies, potions, you can't really think of anything necessarily
Okay.
out of the normal thing that you guys would already carry for your regular outings and missions.
Okay.
So we have rations and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Abel, I have a question. Could you if you were to drink a potion, would that help you?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
I can't drink.
Is there anything we could do to help? Will magic fix you? How in case
Now-
you get hurt?
Yeah, magic works.
Do you run
Okay.
on gasoline or just pure
No.
magic?
No, I run on magic.
That's pretty sick.
So yeah, I guess we to bed if everyone's good. Let's just go. Let's get crazy. The first
That's a good
adventure.
question. Does Abel have a mouth? Or is it just
He
kind of like
has
a speaker.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like he has like a jaw mechanism, but it doesn't open when he speaks. He's got like a mouth shape. It can open, but it doesn't most of the time.
Okay.
The mouth is drawn
Gotcha.
in chalk
Yeah.
by Eeyrii every morning.
It's just a flat skull with like a smiley face.
It's like,
drawn
Abel,
on it.
how are you feeling this
Fucking
morning? Happy
scary.
face?
That's terrifying.
Yeah.
Before you go, as you guys are leaving, you see, what's his name? Zarnar kind of reaches down
Zarnar.
and takes out a small case, hands it over. Those are 2 potions of greater healing in case you guys need it. Oh, and also, I don't know how I feel about this, but here you go. Mina, and kind of reaches down. Sorry it took so long. You know how getting things to customs is a little weird, especially for something like this, but here you go. And he hands you this jar. Inside of it, you see like these plant-like spores that seem to be kind of breathing even in this jar.
Oh, hell no.
Oh my
I know you
gosh.
asked for these a while ago, but you know we have to
Can
check
I eat
everything.
them?
They're
look
yours. I
so
don't know.
good.
Did
You
Zarnar
ordered
just
them.
give you mustard
So-
gas? What the fuck just happened?
Oh my gosh, I love them. Thank you. She starts to cry.
just be careful about where you put them, I guess. Anyway, Ewan will show you guys to the teleportation circle, and good luck.
Thank you.
As you guys follow Ewan down the city hall to a teleportation that's circle that some of you have been through before. But you go into this vast circular room that's like under City Hall itself that has a couple of torches, but aside from that there's no windows, there's no light, just the torches that are lit, the only thing that's lighting this room, and the magical glow from the teleportation circle itself. As Ewan kind of bends down and makes just a couple of adjustments to the teleportation circle. Well, alright. It should be set for the base specifically. Good luck, I guess, if there's anything else you need.
Oh,
If
could you
not-
please tell our friend that we're going on a little adventure? His name is Rolf. He's old.
Yes, I know, Rolf.
Okay, can you let him know that we're going? Because I don't think we actually told him this morning, and he worries. And I worry when he worries.
I will let him know,
Cool. Thank you.
of course. Wish I could be going with you, but someone has to stay and protect the city, right? So
You want to trade
Good luck.
places?
I would, but I think they're going to need you over there. Well. And she kind of pushes you. Push you into the circle.
I'd like to see they try.
I feel like
Okay. Hold
I
on.
feel like we hired the villain. Like
Oh no.
for some reason.
You're lucky it was a low
Do I
roll.
still have their character sheet? I might have deleted their character sheet.
Make a number.
Oh,
Make up
no.
a number.
Oh no! I'll still roll.
You're
I'll roll it. I'll
Plus
roll.
12, plus 12, plus 12.
Okay. Okay. That's gonna be that would be if they were a paladin, so that would be a 22.
That's exactly what I got as well, with a 10.
Damn,
My
that's
dice.
crazy. That's crazy.
I'll let it happen. Make them feel
Okay.
cool in front of the friends. Ugh.
As they push you in into the circle, you all go in one by one. You feel you've all teleported before. You have to teleport to get into the city itself. You can't just climb a ladder or something.
I was born here.
So,
You say all these things, and I feel like you really weren't.
I absolutely was. My entire backstory revolves in this city.
As you feel that sensation of kind of teleporting, you continue walking and you are now in a room where you see another magic circle.
Anyone else shit
this
themselves?
one-
Just a little.
Okay. Listen, we're a group of adventurers. We can't be doing this.
I trusted a fart a little too much.
I have a weapon.
Oh god. What?
I have a weapon now.
No.
Huh?
Huh? Keep talking.
We have a brand
I don't have a digestive system.
Mina, are you good?
I grew a mushroom. I
What?
grew a mushroom.
Uh,
Don't ask any
okay.
questions.
Come on, ferryman, you're the normal guy.
As-
Don't you know this?
Okay. I feel like that was like targeted.
No, you're the most normal out of all of us.
Something about that
Okay,
felt offensive.
It's the way I speak.
as your eyes begin to adjust to this room, because this room is a lot darker than the room you were in before. It is still just a very circular room with pillars holding it up, but it's a lot. You feel it as soon as you kind of walk in because you're a little bit more cramped. It's a lot smaller, and instead of torches, they're kind of like dimly lit by like candles, like multiple candle. What do you call them? Like candle holders, I guess.
Candelabras.
Yeah, that are placed around the wall itself. But it's a lot. The roof is a lot slower down, and the room itself is a lot smaller. As your eyes adjust, you do see a little bit of the ways away from the circle, a doorway, and on the other side of the doorway, you see these two armored guards standing at the ready. Fully armored, but not exactly like the armor you're used to in the city or back home. This armor is a dark brown leather and hide, and you see them, instead of the massive helmets that you're used to in the city, these guys are just wearing masks. White masks with no expression in them. You see one of them reaches up for his mask, just kind of takes it off. Hi. We've been expecting you. My name's Corin. I'm captain here of this outpost. And
No.
Out
Okay.
really quickly for the guy's hand. Hey, I'm Abel.
you see, as you get closer, Abel, do you have... Oh, well, you can kind of see with the candles, but it's a little hard if you don't have dark vision. But you can see, as you get close, you do see almost as tall as you, gray-skinned Goliath. And instead of the usual dark markings that you're used to seeing on Goliaths, you see that adorning his skin is these red markings across his face, and that seem to go across his body, and they seem to have this like faint glow about them. Right, so we got word that we would get reinforcements recently. I'm assuming you are the reinforcements, correct?
Yep.
What are your names?
I'm Abel.
Abel. Okay.
My name's Elliot.
Elliot. Nice to meet you. Bet.
Mina.
Mina. And
Eeyrii, sorry, people just came home. It's a little loud in here.
Okay. And Eeyrii, well, as I mentioned, I'm Corin. I am the captain of this outpost. Let me show you guys around, I guess. Follow me. And you go up these stairs, if you could call them that. You see, like, as you're walking around and you're looking around, you see like the walls aren't necessarily like sound structure. They seem to be almost made out of like mud, like a hardened mud almost. And as you're going around, Corin is kind of like explaining, the base itself is actually only one story, not including the basement where we keep the teleportation circle. A lot of this has been carved from dry mud and stone. We don't necessarily have any windows for various reasons. This is basically, well, this was created from the help of a few of the soldiers with druidic magic. They kind of controlled the mud and shaped out this space for us. This was as close as we could get.
Too.
Oh, nice. Maybe you'll get
Yeah.
to get along with them once they
I
return.
will.
The outside is a little dangerous. This is basically as close as we could get to the crater. We're not entirely sure what's happening, but recently the crater itself has been releasing these constant high pressure winds and created a barren wasteland around it. The wind just knocks dirt and sand everywhere. Journeying any closer is actually quite the challenge. And as you guys are walking, you do notice like the hardened clay. There is no windows or anything. You do see like the door itself is the only thing that's made out of like what would be like a hard steel. But even from here, even from inside, you can hear what sounds like strong howling winds at this point as you guys are walking around the edge of the base. You see, like I said, most of it is made out of mud, and there's not necessarily any doors. There's just like little arches that go off into different rooms. As you go, you see a room that is what you assume to be the armory, though there's not a lot there. There's a couple of like swords and spears, some spare armor, but not necessarily a lot. You pass by another room where there's like a small table set for maybe 6 people at the most. And then you see another room that's just no beds, just like sleeping bags set on the floor. And you see 4 sleeping bags right now.
We were told that like there was some monsters and things like that as well. Like, were we exactly here to help reinforce?
Well, there were monsters at one point, but when the crater started surging and the winds started picking up, most of the monsters seem to have scattered. But even us, even when as close as we've tried magic, we've tried reinforced steel. It's pretty hard to get anywhere near the crater at this point. We figured that the fastest and the safest bet to getting anywhere near the crater to figure out why this is happening would possibly be underground.
Makes sense.
As you know, going through or even building, either mechanically or magically, to the underground is a little dangerous, unpredictable. However, a couple days ago, we sent some scouts nearby, and we seem to have found a cave that may lead as close as we can get. And then we could start digging from there.
And did you lose contact with them?
Oh, no.
Okay, thank God.
There's another issue.
Oh.
It seems that a group of surface dwellers have made that cave their home, and they're refusing us to let us in. We try to go through without confrontation, but things get worse when we push our way through, and honestly, most of us are just scouts. We're not necessarily fighters in that sense.
So you want us to get rid of or to deal with these surface dwellers? Are they like humans? Is Corrin a human?
Corrin's a Goliath.
Oh, are they like your size? Like how? Like what did these surface dwellers look like? Or you know,
We're not sure.
oh, that's not good.
Here's the thing. I can normally see in the dark pretty well. It seems to be shrouded by a magical darkness that doesn't let us see deeper inside, and these surface dwellers are on the other side of it. So we haven't actually seen what they look like.
Okay, that complicates things.
They do claim to be in the about 30 of them, 20. I'm not entirely sure. I don't know if they're using it as a scare tactic, but we'd rather not find out.
Yeah. Is anybody here? I kind of look to the group. Anybody here like have anything that could maybe help with that?
I can give people dark vision. Magic might be another situation. I don't know.
Now, I can produce light from my gauntlets, but I'm not sure how well that would work against magical darkness.
Eyesight means literally nothing when they're screaming.
Okay.
Oh, I don't like that. Maybe we should try saying please, or like giving them money or something,
Echolocation.
or like offering them like a job. Who likes jobs, right?
Grave
We could.
diggers.
We don't have to attack everyone.
Why would we hire corpses?
Well, they could like help us dig the tunnel. Maybe.
Well, if they're attacking the other surface people, like Corn over here, then what's the point?
That's not his name.
Well,
That's not
I
his
could
name.
ask. I don't think they'll attack me. Maybe I could try to talk to them nicely.
There's a 4-foot difference between me and him. The language gets mixed up.
That's also not how that works. I feel like we could try to be peaceful with them at first, but if they get angry at us, then I feel like we kind of have to deal with them, because whatever's this going on here is not good.
Yeah, just let me off the leash whenever you're ready.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
Fooey.
Yeah, well, we've tried to talk with them. They're not kind of refused to listen, but maybe you guys can talk some sense into them.
Did you speak their language?
Like I said, yes, they speak common.
Holy shit.
Mother of God.
Like I said, some of us aren't really fighters. Maybe if it comes to blows, we won't really be able to help you, basically, is what I'm saying.
I'm not blowing anybody.
So let's try to not get to
Let's
that.
not mark everything off the table, first of all. But yeah, we could go. We can go talk to them.
The cave is
fuck.
only about an hour from the base itself. I can show you. Okay. You see him run into the armory, and he grabs these like thick brown scarves and a couple of masks, and he just kind of holds them out. The wind is very heavy out there, so scarf or mask?
I think I'm good.
I'll take a mask.
Okay.
Can you take both?
Sure.
Cool.
I'll take a scarf.
Okay.
Oh.
I don't need anything.
I'm assuming. Okay. And you don't want one?
I already have a mask on.
Right.
He does.
Not
I
sure
saw
how
the
that'll do with
character art.
wind, but okay.
It's attached to my headdress. It doesn't fly off. I staple it to my head.
I was gonna. Oh God! I was gonna ask, like, what about your headdress? Like, what if that flies off? But I guess you stapled it.
It's a
Put it on top of the deer's face.
It's a magical deer. It's from the surface. But I've never been here
Oh
before.
dear.
Okay, see, I had a feeling that you might be lying.
Where do you think we get venison on the fucking Sky City? We get it from down here.
You get venison?
Clearly, in this economy?
Yeah.
Damn, you rich?
I might have been a smith, but next door was a butcher, and they had no idea.
Okay. So, well, we appreciate the help, and we'll try to deal with this situation and try to figure out what exactly is going on here.
Well, right. I'm still going to guide you to the cave. Yeah, I don't want you guys to get lost.
Okay.
It
never
could get
mind then.
a bit confusing, especially with the storm and everything. So
Sounds
you
about
see him
right.
pull his mask down. If you guys are ready.
Yes.
Always.
Wait.
Let's go.
Who took the potions? We were given 2 greater potions. I have one.
They're in my D&D Beyond, but they don't need to be on me.
I could also kind of heal myself, so like if somebody else would like them.
Because Ari and Mina both have healing. Abel has light healing, because I think Abel has cure wounds. I'd be the only one without real healing abilities, but I can have up to 300 health, so I'm not too worried about myself.
You know what? If everybody's okay with it, I could just hold on to them, and then we could go from there.
Perfect.
Good.
Excellent.
I'll get rid of them.
I'll add them to my inventory.
Why are you sounding like me?
Right, Batman.
Where is he?
Where's the cave? For doing
How do you
this.
feel about? I was gonna ask. How do you feel about heading towards a dent? That's a deep cut that I don't think you guys got. Never
I
mind.
did.
Okay.
Yes,
I was a little
I got
worried to
that.
make that joke earlier.
I got
We're gonna
that.
go to a cave and fight Harvey.
As you guys, those of you that asked for masks, put the masks on. You feel, as soon as you put it on, you feel like strange kind of protective magic go over your and around your face. As he kind of like opens up the door, and you hear now a lot stronger these heavy, strong winds, and he almost has to like shove the door. You see him kind of like struggling against it, and just opens it enough to like let everybody through. So you guys all make your way out, closes it. As you make your way out, you now see very hard, like, cause you probably only see about 10 feet ahead of you because of the strong winds that seem to be picking up and pelting you with tiny specks of sand. But you see now this like barren wasteland, and the hut itself that they have built themselves is for the moment seems to be structurally sound. But he kind of the 2 of you that decided to wear masks, you hear him very clearly. The rest of you kind of hear muffled yelling, because these seem to work also like some sort of like in communication device.
Holy
just
shit,
hear
it's
him go-
loud out here.
You just hear him go, try to stick close to me. Please don't get lost. I know it's hard to see barely 10 feet ahead of you in this dirt, but come around the back. And he goes and starts walking towards and like sticking to the hut itself, almost like instinctively placing his hand along the walls as he like walks around and to the back of it, and like starts making his way towards what you assume to be the cave. But you guys go, couple minutes pass by, the wind starts to die down. It's still very strong, even at this this distance. But you see now that it's starting to die down. It's a little bit easier to see, for those of you that are, for Mina at least, that only is wearing the scarf. You can kind of pull it down a little bit now. It's a little bit easier to see and hear now as you guys start making your way. A couple more minutes pass, and the wind, though still howling, is no longer strong or picking up any dust. So now you can just tread normally. I forgot where Corin at this point kind of also takes off his mask, just kind of puts it on top of his head. Okay, we're getting closer to the cave now. I will stand back, I guess, and let you guys deal with it. I know I seem strong, but I was never really a trained fighter. So I will sadly stay in the back. Whatever you need, these have a range of up to 100 feet. If you guys go in, I will stay out. Let me know what happens. If you start a fight, I will could maybe try intervening. I don't suggest it. I would rather not die today. So, but
It's understandable.
If there's any last words you wish, you can always say them into the speaker, and I will make sure that your city gets them to whoever needs to get them to. Okay. But here we are, and you see now a couple, like maybe 30 or 40 feet ahead of you. He kind of stops and gestures ahead, and you see this like small like rock structure that seems to have a cave that's going like downwards. Mina, give me a nature check.
Ooh.
Is that because I'm a druid? Just kind of targeted.
Handsome.
21.
What is this weed?
21. Mina, as you get close to this, you yourself are from the surface. Correct?
Sure I am. Yes, sir.
I already made that mistake once today. So anyway. But
I fixed your error.
being from
God.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. For fixing that error. You sent me your backstory 5 minutes before we started.
I meant
so
to send
don't
it to
blame
you
me.
yesterday at lunch, but lo and behold,
At least you have a backstory.
that was 36 hours into my
Right.
week. I'm sorry.
I think that's so awesome.
You're fine.
That's like, well, I meant to send it sooner, so back off.
For real. But you being from the surface and you being a druid, you kind of have a sense for these things. This cave, or this entrance to this cave, it doesn't feel nature made. The way the stone seems to kind of stand out from where it is. Like, caves usually are probably on the side of mountains or something like that. Even
so it's
most natural
man-made?
caves. Yeah. But this
Got it.
cave is kind of like sticking out of this stone. Like the entrance is kind of sticking out of the stone in the middle of nowhere.
Who wants
Sorry,
to enter
writing.
first? I'll do it.
Let's observe our surroundings first. So I'd like to make a observation. One, this cave is not real. I mean, it is, but it's not like one that you would find in nature. It seems like somebody made it. So someone's already digging a hole in the ground, you guys. You don't even need to dig one. Look, it's right there.
Perfect.
Anyway,
They made a grave for themselves.
Though, okay, listen. We can.
I'm hungry.
What does that mean?
For murder.
something.
Justice.
No,
Donuts.
no.
I'm gonna just real quickly, just in like prep, right? I'm gonna pull out my knuckles, of the blood diamond.
Just rips his hand off.
Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Pull out my knuckles.
Can I tell what the cave is made out of?
Yeah, with a 21, it seems to be similar nature to what the hut or the base was made out of. Similar magics, but a much harder and older stone. Like, it's been here for a couple years at this point,
Okay.
So it seems to have solidified as opposed to like the base that maybe hasn't been there last long. So the mud itself still seems very smooth, very carved out.
Oh.
But at this
Okay.
point, because it's been here for a couple of years, it's starting to look more like its environment. But you, because you are a druid and because you've been in the surface before, you kind of pick out the little pieces that this was also crafted with like druidic magic.
Okay.
Like it is made out of a stone kind of, but it wasn't nature made.
Got it.
But yeah, I'm gonna quickly pull out my knuckles and kind of like drag them across my palms on both sides. And I'm gonna throw on Rite of the Roar
That's new.
onto the
That is
knuckles.
Okay.
So you kind of like see it as it kind of cross the palm. It almost looks as if they're like vibrating. Like the hand is standing still, but the knuckles themselves seem to be like a little blurry and vibrating. Just in case some tomfoolery goes down.
Okay. Good.
Evil.
Anyone else wish to
Rock,
do
paper,
something
scissors
to
for who enters
prepare?
first.
What was it? Wait, what?
Oh, I was just wondering
Rock,
if anyone
paper,
wanted to do
scissors.
something to prepare.
What'd you say? You pick scissors? What?
No, rock, paper, scissors.
Yeah.
What's that mean?
Boulder, parchment,
Oh.
shears. It is the skill
What?
of knowing who's going to go first.
What?
I win. I go first.
Okay.
It was a mental game. It's always been about a mental game.
Okay.
You're scaring him.
You can
Go
stay.
ahead.
You can stay right behind me. To victory.
Of course.
For justice.
Alright.
For Gotham.
Together.
Gotham is my mom.
I trust in you.
It's gonna be the running joke.
Oh.
Joker with my dad.
Dad was a clown.
So-
My mom's name was Gotham.
Oh my god.
My dad's name was Justice. For justice and Gotham. I just spit all over my computer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Disgusting.
As you guys start making your way towards the cave, you enter this cave, and right away, immediately, it starts at a downward angle.
I'm top heavy. This is bad.
And as you get lower and lower, this rocky, damp terrain, the only thing you hear is your echoing footsteps as you go. You get maybe about 50 feet down before you see that in front of you is the darkness that even those of you with dark vision can't seem to peek through.
Uh-oh.
You pass your hand through,
Yes.
and passes through,
What the fuck?
but you can't see anything past it.
That doesn't make any sense.
What does it feel like?
Anger. Stupidity.
I
No,
call
not what
out-
do you feel like? What does the darkness feel like?
What?
What?
Anyone else
Oh,
have
that was
any
good.
ideas? I have one.
Wait, that was good. Holy shit. Oh, that was so good. Okay. As you
Now it feels like
Hey, guys.
sadness.
I'm gonna take my I'm gonna take my gauntlet, right? Which
Okay.
with my arcane infusion of propulsion armor on it, I can actually take my gauntlet and I fire it into the darkness at maximum range and just see if it hits something.
Ow!
as you raise your gauntlet, kind of like in like an attacking motion, right before you fire, you hear from the other side of the darkness this like low booming voice that just goes, "Halt!
Fire
State
anyway.
your business." You fire anyway?
I fire anyway.
Give me a fire.
No.
Okay.
I was already in
Roll
motion.
disadvantage.
You can't stop it. It was already going.
Give me an attack roll at disadvantage.
Okay,
It's killing time.
That's
Yes.
9. What's a 9 plus? What's my bonus? Plus 10. 19.
Oh god.
What the heck?
As you fire into the darkness, you see your like what does your pulse, I guess, look
Ow.
like?
My pulse. Well,
Yeah,
no,
your
it's just
attack.
yeah. The gauntlet just like fires. My hand goes with it. The whole
Oh,
gauntlet.
your
just
whole hand
fires.
goes with
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, my whole hand goes with it. So the
So you guys
gauntlet
see
fires
the-
off with like a rocket behind it, and then
Yeah.
hits whatever it's hitting, and it returns immediately to my arm.
Okay. Roll damage. You guys see the fist. After hearing this voice, you see the fist go
I'm
up.
so sorry. It was
and
already in motion, man. I couldn't unmake the decision. Okay. 3,
You see it appear into the darkness, and you hear
8.
you hear a loud groan.
The squelch of metal beating face.
Oh, sorry. I was just testing the room. I didn't know. I didn't know you were there.
You hear like a
Are-
growling noise.
Are you okay?
Why are you here?
Well, we need to get in this cave, and we were asked to see if you guys would let us in.
Why?
I don't know, guys. Why are we in the cave?
Because you're just so cool, and we heard that cool guys hang in this cave, and
Yeah, you
Listen.
guys are super cool.
yeah.
This is no way to have a conversation. If you're able to
That
Drop. I heard
That's
Batman way too much in that sentence, so it like completely took me out of it.
Yeah.
if you're able to drop this darkness so we can actually talk face to face like real people, that'd be great.
Where do you hail from?
Well, hail comes from the clouds.
we're from outside the cave.
Where exactly?
We're neighbors.
I mean, there's
I don't
not
know.
a lot of landmarks
All
around
places.
here.
We walked through a storm. I don't know where we came from.
I'm gonna let you guys have this one.
From the clouds.
We come
Way
in?
up high.
I was abandoned as a child in the woods. I don't know how I'm alive.
I have a loving
There was a
family at
wolf.
home.
I had a
My
twin
parents
brother.
were killed by a giant snake.
Holy shit. That is the darkest thing you've ever said.
In the most cheery voice I've ever heard.
Right next to Jar of Farts. Parents died.
Where are you from?
God.
It's the whole chicken and the egg. Did you come from the cave, or did the cave come from you? And if you came from the cave, who in the cave
Well,
resulted in you?
And do you have a cum corner in the cave?
Do not
Oh.
listen to him.
what does that mean? Come? Bet? What does that mean?
A lot of socks in the corner.
Oh
No.
no, they're crusty.
Real quick. This is
Yo, I'll
Why?
do a persuasion
a
check.
cave. This is a small cave. First, before I ask you for that,
Interesting.
Okay. Give what is everyone's, because this is a cave. You could be in twos, in groups of twos, or in a single file. What is the marching order? I know Bet was going first.
Yeah, I was following right behind Bet.
Okay.
But I feel like now we're kind of We're kind of all spread out, right?
Bunch.
Because we all just
Oh,
kind of walked
spread?
up to the darkness.
It's still a cave, so it's like at most you can have 2 people standing next to each other.
Okay.
So I'm assuming that then Bet and Abel, you guys are like at the ones at the very edge of the darkness right now.
Sure.
Where is everyone else in it, more or less?
I will be behind Bet.
Okay.
I'll just be pulling up the rear. Just
Pulling up the rear.
pulling up the
It's pretty
rear.
dark now. I don't know where any of us are, so I'm just gonna say I'm
Yeah, boy.
right in the middle.
All
Like
right.
a sandwich.
Next to me, I guess.
Yeah, baby.
So when we get hit by a fireball, he knows exactly where we're all placed.
Oh, fuck. No.
And what was your persuasion roll, my friend?
Oh, me? This dice has been rolling hot, so it's a 16 on the dice with a -4, I believe. No, it's not. I have a +1 to persuasion because I'm a.
Oh,
virgin.
thank
Okay.
God.
So it's 17.
Yeah.
Oh my
My only
17.
-4s are in
What the hell do you
deception
have?
and performance.
Oh,
Perfect.
you got no riz.
Yes, I have a 12 to intimidation if I use my strength, so I feel great.
Yeah.
I cannot lie.
No, I would never.
Where I'm from is of no matter right now.
Well, then why did you ask us if it
I
doesn't
will-
matter?
Because there's a reason. I will
Swords
tell
have
you
2
what.
sides. Just saying.
If you can tell me what you want from this cave, I won't seek retribution for your friend's little accident.
You're gonna have to specify a little bit more there for us.
Look, I said I was sorry, okay?
Oh,
I was
that
just
is
clearing the room. I was just seeing what was on the other side, and you happened to
Oh,
be
you wanna
there.
know-
It wasn't on
You want to know
purpose.
what's... Well, no, you didn't hit me, per se. What's on the other
Um,
side of this room is about 20 people ready to attack at any given moment if you decide to try and push your way through.
That seems like a
What are
waste of
they- what are-
manpower.
I could handle
Name them
20 people.
all.
So, like, you can't see her, but Mina is raising her hand. So, like, are you, like, druids? Because, like, I'm, like, a druid. And, like, this cave totally was made by a druid. I just want to meet them so I can be their friend.
Well, to be honest with you, your kind demeanor is a little off-putting from what I'm used to. I'm sorry. No, this cave has been here longer than we have, so we don't know actually who made the entrance. I'm
So
sorry.
squatter's right, so we have just as much a right to be here than you do.
Oh, we're not squatters, my friend. Trust me on
You
that.
just said you don't own this place.
can we just like actually tell them like what we're trying to do?
Yeah, we were sent on an inquiry to use this cave to get closer to the crater energy Scarlet Violet Pokemon.
We were.
We're looking for the source of the storm outside.
Damn it.
A rainbow road, one might say. Is there
We were
rainbow
told
road?
to go through the cave. So, we would like to do that, please.
Yeah, there was other soldiers that had come through here, and they never returned. So, how about you
Well.
explain that one, Mr. Man Behind the Shadows?
Well, as you see, we... Before you can explain, you...
Get shot.
Yeah.
How wide?
No. You hear
How wide
a...
is the cave that we're in right now?
It's about 10 feet. 10 feet wide, so 2 of you can sit side by side, and about 15 feet tall. But as...
Kinda like
before you
scraping
can
the roof.
answer, you hear a fluttering noise. Kind of like wings.
Oh hell.
As you see through the darkness a tiny,
Red Dragonborn.
bright pink pseudo dragon flies through the darkness and immediately flies towards Elliot and Eeyrii.
Does it match the one on my arm?
A little. And as it does, it flies past you guys and then back into the darkness.
Like, Elliot?
You hear whispers on the other side. Huh.
Like,
What city are you from again?
The flying one.
Well, there's plenty of flying ones.
uh,
Oh, fuck my phone.
the big one in the sky.
But you
I
guys
came
are
from
from
the
New
ground.
Olympia, if you guys don't remember.
Yeah, I was literally trying to like find the name, but yeah,
It's
we're from-
Eyan, not
we're
us. I can't remember.
Yeah, it's Olympia.
New Olympia. That's where we're from.
You don't say. And you see
Best
now.
Sky City out there.
That's right.
You see now coming out of the darkness, a human
Red Dragonborn. Damn
somewhere in
it.
his late 50s, late 50s, early 60s, salt pepper hair, like long hair, scars all over a very toned body, and he has eyes of a multicolored brown mixed with yellow. And he looks at the two of you.
Hello.
Do you know someone named Topar?
Oh, yeah.
Why?
Why do you ask? Stop playing these games with me. Get out of my head.
Sorry, I knew him long ago. Come inside. Come in. Everybody, stand down. These are friends.
I can't get much shorter than this. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
Not you.
for
I was
punching
talking to the
whoever
people.
I punched.
Come in. And he walks back through the darkness, and you guys follow him. It's strange because the darkness is like, it's not instant. It's about 15. You feel it be about like 15 feet long, more or less. So it takes a while for you guys to walk through it. You kind of like slowly make your way, like stepping carefully so not to fall. And as you walk through, you do see on the other side somewhere between 15, 20 people, all of them armed to the teeth with like swords, bow and arrow, scabbards. There's one dude who's still holding his gut in the back corner, trying to catch his breath. Kind of like, I'm okay. Yeah, I understand. It's okay. It's fine. You
What is
owe
the
me a drink.
state of their weapons? Do they look new, primitive?
Give me a perception check.
7.
Okay. I will say this with a 7. They don't necessarily look primitive,
I just need to know if they're made out of wood,
but they
stone,
look
or metal.
yeah, that's very easy to discern. They are made of metal. Like these are actual like fine made weapons.
Mine's better.
But a lot of them are very used. You see so many different races. You see a couple of goblins, dwarves. The man himself is human, as I mentioned. All right. As you guys walk through, the man is like, "Don't be afraid. They won't attack you now that you're with me. My name is Amoris. Topar saved me when I was a child, a long time ago. And recently, this little guy here came by. It reminded me of him because he actually saved me when I stumbled into a cave of dragon-like creatures. Anyway, that's beside the point. I'm assuming that this guy's presence meant that Tobar passed not too terribly long, right?
I
If
believe
you're friends with
that's
Topar's, would you?
yeah.
I mean, he went away, but
Eeyrii,
I know, I haven't seen a body, so I didn't want to accept it.
you went to the dragon farm in the sky.
I know, it's why I got this. And I show the new dragon tattoo that I have, and I'm like, and it looks like that one, because they're from the same person.
It's okay.
Sobbing.
I think this one found me a while back because I carry, and you see he's wearing a necklace with what seems to be like a very old, almost like dragon claw that is kind of like a toenail. Topar probably threw away a long time ago and didn't even think about it, and this kid probably just picked it up.
Oh god.
He saved me, and I kind of always admired him. He was kind of a warrior and a protector to our village. Most of us here are actually from our home village of Nemtal. But, well, that was before it got trampled by a stampede of metallic elephants. So now we kind of reside here.
Wait, what? Over time?
Oh, the village was trampled by a stampede of metallic elephants.
Yeah, that's like such a crazy sentence to just say.
You get used to it down here. A lot
Okay.
of crazy things happen in the surface.
Fair enough.
But, much like he was, I am also a protector now. Of this... Hell, you can't necessarily call this a village, I guess. It's more of a city. I see the confused look on your faces. I should, explain. This is actually just the entrance. We kind of just guarded. It's the only entrance into the city. I know what you're here for.
You have 20
and-
people guarding the city's entrance?
You've never been to the surface, have you?
No, this will be my first time.
You have a lot to learn. All right. I guess I could. Well, we do kind of. I'm not really supposed to let anyone in, but things are happening, so I will. I'm gonna get in a lot of shit for this. Okay, come with me.
Oh
And
man,
she
you let in
starts-
the most cute people. That's all that matters.
Questionable.
The fuck
He
is
was
that?
in
ever seen
breath.
that.
As he starts. Yeah.
I was like, I've just never seen this side of bed before.
Which side? The beautiful side?
The smolder.
Smolder.
Under the mask, he has a crazy jawline.
He's mewing.
I am viewing.
Holy shit.
can
I'm always
see-
mewing.
At the edge of my handlebar
Don't
mustache,
ruin
I'm
my
always
streak.
viewing.
I'm mewing maxing.
Joke
He
later.
starts walking back down the cave, and the rest of his crew stays to like guard the entrance, basically. Starts leading you guys down the cave, just giving you guys old stories about your old friend Topar of when he was younger.
Oh.
You guys walk for 30 to 45 minutes, and a few times as you walk, you feel the floor get really, really steep. But not steep to the point where you have to climb down. It's still walkable, but it does get like real steep at some points and then back to normal. You start getting the feeling that you're a couple dozen, if not 100 feet underground at this point. And you see in the distance a very bright now light that, because it is at the end of the tunnel, you can't necessarily see through it, but you do see some very blind, almost blinding light. As God, I'm bad with names that I fucking came up with. What's Fuck. Amoris. Amoris just continues to walk, doesn't necessarily say anything about it, just continues to walk. Do you guys follow him?
Sure.
Boris, are we dying? I was told we're not supposed to go towards the light.
To a certain point, everyone's dying.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, I mean, real.
I now have a new person
If you
fear
mean,
most.
if you mean, are you dead? No, and you're not dying. It's just
Okay.
very dark, but the city is very bright.
Oh, okay. So we're like moths. Got it.
Yeah, sure. As you walk past this, almost like seems to be made entrance. For a second, you're flashed, blinded, just like the sudden change from the dark cave to a very, very bright light. As your vision starts to come to you, you see what is now an enormous city. Buildings made of these multicolored crystals. Everything underground. It seems to go at about maybe a couple 100 feet down. It's like a layered city. You guys entered at the top, and as you see now, these enormous buildings, like made out of crystals themselves, they seem to extend downwards as the city itself. This massive city from you can see, because you're at the top looking down. You can't take everything in. You see that the crystals themselves seem to like spider web into the walls of this enormous cave that seem to kind of be holding it up. And at the edge, you see staircases that help you descend into the lower floors. Other areas seem to have these smaller teleportation circles that you see many people walking into these circles and appearing on lower floors. You see many hundreds of people of every species: dragonborns, dwarves, dark elves, just a huge community in this underground city. You see a few people that seem to be donning some kind of makeshift hide armor. At the top, it has like these scales that kind of come out and spike out only on one side of the shoulder. You see them riding these metallic flying creatures, and they just seem to be patrolling. You get the idea that this is the kind of like guard of the city as you see them flying around. And I want everybody to give me a perception check real quick.
Mina, how's your fear of heights doing in a place like this?
I hate it. Thanks, but it's so pretty. I want to eat the rocks.
Tasty.
16.
17.
Moly.
23.
You said
23.
perception?
Yeah.
28, dog.
God.
I got plus
Up to
10.
What and bet
12.
12. All right. It wasn't a high DC. It was a DC 10. So you all do see, even though you're all enthralled by this marvelous crystal city, you do notice as you're looking down, right in the center of the city and almost floating, the way it's built, and like how I mentioned the spiderweb crystals that are holding the city up, there's a hole in the center of the city itself that is also a spiderweb crystal holding up a giant carved statue of the same rainbow-like crystal that is all over the city. And you see this statue of what you would assume is a massive adult dragon.
Oh.
And that is where we're going to end our adventure for today.
Oh, shit.
Ooh.
So,
I feel like we're pretty sick so far. I like.
thank
that.
you guys. Yeah. Thank you guys for playing. Thank you all for watching. And we will see you all next time in the Crystal Crater. Bye-bye.
Bye.